Hello, everyone. I'm Mel, International Relations. This is Anastasia, our CEO, and this is Taylor, our CMO, and we are Soleil International. This is my cousin, Arel. She has been living in Nosy Be, Madagascar for most of her childhood. As her education progressed, she started seeing issues with her electricity. Imagine having to use a candle just to see your own homework. This is the case for many Malagasy students like Arel. Most schools in Nosy Be use diesel generators, which are unreliable and expensive, leading to frequent blackouts. About 41% of the Malagasy population is under 15, so this issue heavily affects Madagascar's future. Soleil will light the way for bright minds. Soleil International is an educational volunteerism program which sends American college students to Nosy Be to bring solar generators to schools. By replacing diesel generators with solar ones, Malagasy students will have more reliable electricity and less exposure to toxic diesel fumes. These factors will create a better studying environment for students and increase primary school graduation rates.
We will be targeting primary public schools in the city of Nosy Be that are willing to receive help and willing to work with American college students. We will start by targeting 3 primary schools that our team has made contact with. Then we'll expand to other schools in the city of Jamanjar, then the city of Nosy Be, and then the region of Diana. For our target market, we will be contacting students in college that are interested in studying abroad, have worked on socially responsible projects, and are studying engineering, French, sustainability, or political science. We will work with schools in the DC metro area that have successfully established study abroad programs and then expand to other schools along the East Coast. The first year, we'll be working with 5 schools, giving us an addressable market of 15,000. In year 5, we'll be working with 10 schools, doubling our addressable market to 30,000. In terms of marketing, we'll be establishing advertising contracts with the universities that we partner with. We'll also be visiting them at their study abroad fairs in the fall and setting up recruitment days. We'll also be managing a website and a social media platform to update the public on upcoming events and give them more information on our program. Currently, we have 17 students signed up on an interest poster, and after conducting a survey with 21 architecture students, we have 73% saying they're interested.
Our competitive landscape is comprised of 2 types of programs. There are study abroad programs which are offered by colleges and universities, as well as volunteerism programs that are offered by private companies. These study abroad programs are used as add-ons to already existing curriculums and are typically going to destination locations such as London, Paris, and Moscow, versus volunteerism programs which use pathos and the Save the Children message in order to generate profits. We take the positive aspects of both of these models and incorporate it into Soleil's program. We have a multifaceted approach both from the education and social impact side, as well as a hands-on learning environment and cultural immersion ingrained within our program. The cost of our program is $3,500, which is competitive with programs already traveling to Southern Africa. The cost to us is $2,150, giving us a healthy $1,300 margin for every student. This money goes indirectly towards our beneficiaries, as well as going into our development into further countries. We are extremely profitable. After a dip in year 2, we see our profits go past the $300,000 mark in year 5 as we expand to 5 more schools and almost double our addressable market. For phase 1, we'd like to ask for $5,000. This will cover initial advertising and traveling expenses as we sell our program to schools. For phase 2, we'd like $25,000, and this will fund a mock trip to Madagascar to make sure that everything will run smoothly. We are Soleil International, we are lighting the way for bright minds, and we welcome any questions or comments you may have.
Can you tell us a little bit how, people are going there, you're leaving some solar systems behind? Beside the solar systems, how is that going to be maintained, used, after the students leave?
So not only are we training the students, but we will also be training displaced diesel workers, because an issue we ran into is that because we are working into the solar industry, we might also be affecting the diesel industry. So we would be training diesel workers about maintenance of the solar generators.
So you're calling them solar generators? or there's solar panels that you're putting? This is what's unclear to me. What's the technology behind it? You're installing solar panels?
So there would be solar panels on the generators, but the generators are like portable, so they can move them in at night.
Thanks.
And are you giving away the generators to the schools or selling them to the schools? How does that work?
We're giving them away to the schools, but the students are paying for the generators through the cost of the trip.
The generators are going to the schools. How does that ameliorate the homework problem?
So there was a study by the World Bank in 2014, which indicated that by having that there is a strong correlation between electricity usage and graduation rates. So schools having more power, that gives them the ability to have longer classroom hours, and so they'll be able to study more and retain information better.
So the kids would do the homework at school?
Yes.
The world right now is very dynamic, with interest in being international versus domestic kind of flipping very quickly. If there's world events that affect the willingness of parents who effectively fund this to send their children international, you have a hedge against sort of international events.
So there is a company called the International SOS. So in case of safety concerns, we would be looking into them and partnering with them in case anything happens.
I was actually thinking more about, I'm glad you thought through the emergency, the safety of the students, but more about the attitude. You know, there are times when you're saying, okay, well, it's better to stay home than go abroad. And sometimes that flips, it goes back and forth the market. So if there was something that happened internationally and the parents said, you know, I want you to stay home, you have a hedge against people not wanting to send their kids internationally.
We haven't currently considered this issue, but considering the fact that there are schools even within the U.S. who may not have reliable electricity, even reliable resources, so this could be a place for us to expand into and become more domestic.
All right, thank you guys. We're going to move on.